Goodbye Kuala Lumpur, hello. When you think of Vietnam, do you think of lush green rice fields, rugged coastlines, or whatever this hand bridge thing is? Those are all magnificent parts of this magical country, but my time in Vietnam was spent with less of that and more of this. Hand up, and I run. Hello everyone, I am Lewis, you are watching Lost in Travel, and in this series I am travelling around 4 of Southeast Asia's most fascinating countries. In the last 2 episodes I explored everything Kuala Lumpur had to offer, from monkeys to mind-blowing temples to monkeys again. My first impressions of this continent were rather high. Wow, I am just absolutely obsessed with this place. So as I say goodbye to the amazing Malaysia and head to Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, it's time to begin the cycle of exploring to my heart's content once again. This time with way more motorbikes in my way. So good morning and welcome on here to my first full day in Vietnam. We finally made it to Vietnam yesterday, but we were quite tired, so I just had a day without the camera in my hand. We just went on a city sightseeing bus, went around and saw the whole of Ho Chi Minh City. Well, I don't know if it's the whole, but we went around and saw it on the bus. And I can tell you, I'm really excited to go and explore this city and see everything it has to offer. If you do not know, Ho Chi Minh City used to be the capital. It used to be called Saigon, and probably with me mentioning that, you can probably realise that this place has so much history towards it, which is what we're going to be exploring for the majority of our time here. So I'm going to be in Ho Chi Minh City for 3 nights, and I cannot wait to go and see it. Vietnam's been one of the countries on the top of my list here in Southeast Asia. But anyways, welcome on here to our hotel. So we're just waiting to have breakfast here at the hotel. I'm staying in the Continental Saigon Hotel, which is one of the oldest hotels here in Ho Chi Minh City. This place has been around since 1880, which kind of shows you how far back we're talking when it comes to the history of this city, the ancient capital of Vietnam. Honestly, walking around the whole building, you can just tell how old this place is. Like, not that it feels old, but you can tell, like, looking at the walls and looking at just the design and the lights and the carpet, you can tell that it's definitely got that, like, old-fashioned charm to it, which I love. Like, it's really authentic, seeing as this is, I've been wanting to go to Ho Chi Minh City more to find out more about the history of the Vietnamese War and just to know what it was like back in the day. And I really feel like living here makes me feel like I've went back in time to the days where there was no any motorbikes on the road. You still just walking around with water buffaloes, Vietnamese hats on, and riding bikes and carriages and whatnot. Anyways, let's take you all around. Let's show you what Vietnam has to offer. There's honestly no rules when it comes to the roads here in Ho Chi Minh City. Last night we saw people on the bikes with their newborn babies cradled in their arms, 4 people per bike. This place is bonkers. Dogs on bikes. I've never seen anywhere like it. Okay, this is how you do it. This is crazy, man. Oh, they're letting us. Hand up, and I run. So we just went and visited one of the Catholic churches here in Ho Chi Minh City. It's been there for over 200 years, and that just shows you Ho Chi Minh City is made up of so many different walks of life. Buddhism is the main primary religion here in Vietnam, but you do get Christians, you do get Hindus. It's so diverse here. Vietnam is profound for its markets, but we've just ended up in this market particularly, and this one's pretty cool because it seems like it is dedicated to books.
We could write an endless story through the struggle and the glory. By your side, I will stay.
Definitely a hot one today. Probably because it was raining yesterday, that Vietnam would have a lot cooler climate than Malaysia. Need a fella to quench our first. What are you up to? So we're still on Book Street, so you know if you want a book, this is where you have to go. Behind me is the oldest post office here in Ho Chi Minh City. I believe it opened in the 1880s, 1886 or something, or 1891. It says both numbers, so I'm not too sure. But this post office is still actually in use. It's crazy. Crazy to think that you could be here, get a time machine, be here in 1886, and it would still be in functioning post office like it is right now. Anyways, I wonder if I should go get my granny a postcard. Do people do that anymore? Not quite. It's a shame that Ho Chi Minh City's Notre Dame is all under construction. I guess that there's more than just one Notre Dame under construction at the moment, but I would have really loved to get a photo of this because I have seen Google image photos of this Notre Dame fully developed and it looks amazing. I would have wished I could have got photos of it, but oh well. Guess it gives me a reason to come back whenever they finish construction. You never know with these kind of things. How do you do this?
Bye-bye now.
Bye. Oh. I thought my camera bag's heavy. So that guy just gave us a coconut. See, I don't even know if I like coconuts, so let's just see how it tastes. It's quite refreshing, to be honest. It's got a... It tastes like what I'd imagine if you crumbled up a Bounty into just some water. That's a coconut for you. So I tried a coconut back in the UK and I didn't actually like it. As much as I like Bounties and coconut flavoured things, I was like, I must like coconut, but I didn't really enjoy it. I thought it was too sweet. It just didn't taste like what you'd imagine it tasting. I thought I was wanting a snowball and that's not what I got, but this is so refreshing. I now understand why they drink this, because it definitely keeps you hydrated on a time like this. 3, 2, 1. Oh, thank you guys. The ingredients smell so horrible. They are hot. Oh, the ingredients smells disgusting. Anyways, we are at Ben Phan Market, I believe it's called, and this is so traditional, just markets everywhere trying to sell you things. And I'm here because I'm on the hunt for a Vietnamese hat. Let's see if I can do it. So, we're back out exploring after a little rest in the hotel. Welcome to Nguyen Hue Walking Street. This street was the first street that we went to yesterday, just outside our hotel, and it is huge. It's basically the only area that cars cannot get to, as they're cornered off. They can only be over there. So we've got this main stretch here to ourselves, and we were here last night and the whole street just came to life. There was people out dancing, people trying to sell you things, lots of people blowing fire, and which I don't really think was good because they had like oil in their mouth, but I guess their culture, their rules. And there's loads of corner stands, food stands, and little kittens trying to chase us as well. So it definitely was so much different being here right now because it's not started to get like that yet. Loads of people on skateboards as well. I don't know what it is about Ho Chi Minh City's fascination with skateboarding, but it seems to be a big deal over here. Anyways, as you see, the weather is completely different to what it was like earlier. It is completely changed. It's now pouring it down. So I'm happy I've now got my hat protecting me, apart from I'm hearing it battering down. But hey, we've been needing this after complaining about the sun all day. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye. Oh, I've got the right one. Hello.
I'm like the moon, pulling the wires, passing you up in the night. Coriander and
We are up at the Saigon Skydeck. This is about 260 metres high, one of the most iconic buildings here in Ho Chi Minh and Southeast Asia, and it gives you a 360 view of the entire city. It really just puts the whole city into perspective. I didn't realise how huge this city really was, but the river was so wide, and to be able to see the bikes from up in the air, it's a sight to behold, seeing all the colours of the moving vehicles travelling all around. I love it up here. So apparently the building's design is meant to represent the lotus, which is the national flower of Vietnam. I don't really know if it looks like that, but it definitely is in your face, which is the style they wanted to go for because it matches up to the busyness and the hecticness of Ho Chi Minh. At least they know it themselves how insane this city really is. So as high as the Skydeck is, it's not actually the tallest building here, because we just chose the second tallest building here in Ho Chi Minh City so that we can get a view of the tallest building, not just in Saigon, but in the entirety of Vietnam. So over there in the distance, that is Landmark 81, just the tallest building here in Vietnam. So more points to note, not only is Landmark 81 the tallest building here in Ho Chi Minh City, not only is it the tallest building in Vietnam, but it is the second tallest building in Southeast Asia and the 17th tallest building in the world. So many statistics, one building in Ho Chi Minh City. How special is that?
If you wanna go party with us tonight. If you wanna go hang out with us tonight. Drop the beat, bring it on, don't kill the vibe, I'm in my zone.
You're so following me. So I'm definitely more interested in the temples and the olden architecture here in Southeast Asia. But the skyscrapers, you cannot lie, they're out of this world. I've just never seen any buildings like it before. And just seeing that mixed in with the temples, just the way that everything just joins together, I just love being out here.
Living in a daydream, ooh, such a sweet thing. Life on a big screen, it's such a beautiful scene, yeah. Living in a daydream, ooh, such a sweet thing. Life on a big screen, it's such a beautiful scene, yeah. Meet me on the rooftop.
I really think I pulled the short end of the straw. So good morning everyone, and welcome on here to our final full day in Ho Chi Minh City. It's been a blast to explore and just see the culture and the way the people live here in one of the most hectic cities in the world. But hey, I cannot wait to be leaving and go to the next place, but it's been such an honour to be here and just to be able to experience Ho Chi Minh with my own eyes. Anyways, I just wanted to say to you, the motorbikes. I have done my research and I found out that there's over 7 million motorbikes here in Ho Chi Minh City. No wonder it's crazy. That basically means every single adult here owns a motorbike. The humidity was humiditying on my final day in Ho Chi Minh, so I didn't do much talking, so I'll tell you how the day went in narration form. We had quite a cultural day to end things in Vietnam, starting with 3 Buddhist temples. In these we got to witness firsthand the faith in full display, as people around us worshipped and made prayers to their gods. Meanwhile, I took videos of fish and lanterns. Then we learned about Vietnam's grueling past in the War Remnants Museum. And then finally, we set our eyes on a pink cathedral and continued to try and not get run over. I think I'm becoming quite an expert at dodging Ho Chi Minh's bustle. However, it does eventually take its toll, leaving us with quite the appetite to end the night. So we're here at the Saigon Street Cafe, and I thought because it's our last night here in Vietnam, I'd try their national dish. So right now I'm eating pho bo, and it smells amazing, I've got to say. It's a brothy noodle soup, I believe, with beef. You have to add your own vegetables to it, add your own sauce, and it's like a stew. You like boil it all together here just on your table. Well, here goes nothing. Let's mix it in, and I'm starting to learn how to use chopsticks, but maybe not very well. Okay. Just for this attempt, I'll use a spoon, but I'm definitely using chopsticks for the rest of this. Get a bit of the meat. Let's take, if I can get it onto my spoon. Okay, into my mouth it goes. It's very flavourful. I just love noodles. You can't go wrong with them. Definitely try this when you're here in Vietnam. Now time to relax. And that was Ho Chi Minh City. Thank you all for watching. Please leave a like if you did enjoy. And I guess I'll see you all with the next video. Peace guys. See yous. How do you say bye in Vietnamese?
Từ biệt. Từ biệt.
To be it.
Từ biệt.
To be it.
Từ biệt.
To be it, everyone.
Come fly away with me. Imagine all the things that we could see. Yeah, don't you know that life's a dance? Come take my hand and fly away with me.